Bad news. It's bad news when you don't even know how to drag yourself to a stream, isn't it? I do apologise for being. How late am I? Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes late. All the best laid plans. So I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please give me a. I'm on my phone because I tell you what happened. I was all set to go. I was actually on time. I was well on time, and then I decided to drop the broadband router on the floor, and then it wouldn't reset, and it's all gone a bit tits up. So I'm streaming from my phone for the time being. That might change about an hour or so. We'll pop on, see who's about, who's here. You know, it's a Friday. Yeah, it should be fine now. It's all systems go potentially. Yeah, good evening everyone. Welcome back to Scott and Wanda's World. Hope you're all having a very sunny Friday leading into a bank holiday. I'm in my shed, mine and Wanda's shed. I thought I'd come and see who's about. Can you just let me know if the sound's okay? So yeah, news. What news have I got? I've been to Elusive Brewing today on my travels. One of my favourite breweries in the UK, an absolute cracking brewery because they had 2 new beers that I wished to try. One of them is sat right beside me. I've recorded, it's not a review, I'm not a reviewer. A fat man in a shed talking about beer, and it's this Nimrod from Elusive Brewing and Oakham Ales. Actually, I'm on Citra. So this is a mashup of Oakham's Citra and one of my favourite beers in the whole wide world, Oregon Trail from Elusive Brewing. I was going to put it out tonight. I've done the review. I've sat and talked about it a little bit, and that'll be out tomorrow for your viewing pleasure. And they've also done a new a collaboration. So for people that don't know, Elusive Brewing, like literally here, and Siren Brew are literally here. So they're about 50 meters, 100 meters from each other, and they've done a modern West Coast IPA. bugger if I know what it's called. It's sat in the fridge, so we'll do that tomorrow as well. So yeah, me and Wanda have been out in the sunshine, had a couple of beers, and decided that we'd come back and just have a bit of fun, see us around. So I'm going to try and put the comments up, but I don't know how I'm going to do them on the phone because I'm a bit useless like that. So Clive, how are you? Someone called Scott and Wanda's World has commented saying, just sorting out some broadband issues, bear with me. I was a bit late, I do apologise. Fat Dad on a Bike, Brompton Adventures. I know someone in Wales that can help with your live stream issues. I don't know anybody in Wales. But I hope you're keeping well, mate. Cool name. It is a great name. Have you got a channel, Fat Dad on a Bike? Oh, well, I'd have a look, but obviously I'm using my phone this evening. Is Brompton the place of adventure? I think we all know that. So yeah, I'm on Citra. Absolute great beer. Easy, isn't it? Or is the name of a bike? So Brompton Adventures is the name of the bike. I'm from Tyneside. So have you got a channel? If you have, and I'm going to be completely honest, I've wiped out a load of my moderators. I will put people back in, but I did a little bit of channel admin earlier in the week, and there were things that didn't. There were people sat in blocked lists and that I certainly hadn't blocked. So I was just making sure that everybody that I wanted on as a moderator was there. So if you're not on the list and you comment, I'll get round to sort of a little bit of channel admin as and when I can. But Fat Dad on a Bike, absolutely cracking name. Hope you're keeping well. Adrian Molly, how are you, mate? Missed you last week. We went up to. So last week we went to London. We went to the Brewdog Waterloo bar. It's very nice. It's a very nice bar. There's a lot of money gone into it, obviously. I've got mixed feelings on it. Wanda liked it. I don't think it's for everybody. We went to 5 Points Brewing in Hackney for a brewery sort of tour, which was very good. And then we ended up at Hamerton, one of my favourite breweries in London, the lovely Lee Hamerton. So who's their owner. So yeah, had a really nice time. Did say come and meet us, mate. Obviously did email us. Otherwise, you were more than welcome. David, if anybody, oh, I don't have got any moderators. If I've got moderators in, if people join, like, I've had worse. Absolutely cracking channel, David J. Do like David's channel. Very simple, very easy. Get off there, you. They're easy to watch, and a little bit of humour in there as well. So if you don't subscribe to David, pop over and give him some love. This chap over here, this down here. I'm looking at comments over here, not over here. So go give him some love. A very, very good channel. Thank you very much. Simo, how are you, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Evening all, it is beer o'clock. You know, it's bank holiday weekend. It's bank holiday weekend, and I thought, you know what? Wanda's going to go and play. I think she's going to go and play Fortnite with Leah for an hour. I've got 2 beers, just the 2, and I've had this one, and I thought I'd come and sort of see who's around. Not expecting a huge amount of chat. I never do. I'm not like that. You know, you can't expect things in life, can you? It's a small little channel. I ride around on a bike, usually between micro pubs, just about to start filming the rides, mainly around Tyneside and Durham. I would imagine in Amsterdam. I would imagine Fat Dad on a Bike. I would imagine that would do really, really well. People like to see out and about stuff. I'll see if I can get my laptop fired up. Now that we've got away from the broadband issues. Get away from that. I don't know if that's going to help. I don't want to do that. No thanks. Help me. Yeah, and I think people like watching things like that. People like watching. What's happening here? That's gone. People like watching people cycling around and going out and sort of seeing places that they wouldn't ordinarily see, out and about videos do tend to do really quite well. So yeah, I like watching sort of. There's a guy, I don't know if people watch him, called Walk With Me Tim. He does hotel reviews and bits and pieces. Just I find things like that quite interesting. I've got into audit videos as well quite recently, but although Wanda absolutely hates them, and I can see why, because it's intentionally sort of winding people up. So, but yeah, well, is anybody I'm trying to do it on the laptop? Is there anybody having a beer? What we Oh no, Simo, I've been struck down with a lurgy for the last 2 weeks. Could murder a beer, but not much point when your taste buds are half shot. Do you know what? There's nothing worse, mate. As well, when you're not well and you really fancy a beer, but there's no point because you can't taste it. It's absolutely criminal. And I've stopped drinking largely in the week. I don't drink a lot in the week. If I I'll pick 2 beers up from Elusive today. So I've done one of them. I'll do the other one tomorrow. I picked a couple of beers up for tonight, and that's it. Really, I don't really drink a huge amount at home anymore. Only if we pop out. So it's funny, isn't it? Because you look at when we were all sort of day drinking back in the COVID times of 2020, 21, whatever it was. It was all monstrous, where we were all sort of hammered morning, noon, and night. And yeah, laying on the sofa playing Zelda. Is that on the Switch? Leah's got my Switch. She plays on it more than I've ever done. I've always loved the Zelda games. That one, if that's the new one, that looks absolutely cracking, mate, to be fair. Innocent Gun, Irish Cask. That's quite nice. Reese Crofton, how are you, my friend? I'm still waiting for an email back from Nick. At my best mates over in Kidderminster in the beer garden. I think it's supposed to be nice all weekend, isn't it? If it's going to be nice all weekend, then a few beers might get sunk. I bought Wanderer a stout back from Elusive. If anybody doesn't drink, if there was anybody, I'm going to go for my Elusive collection. It's not that elusive, it's down here. It's not that I can't find it. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 beers from Elusive. So let's start from this one here. We've got Oregon Trail, which is the double Oregon Trail. Spot on. You got the black IPA. Is he weed? Did you say you're just shouting at him?
Oh, he was eating his bed. He was destroying it.
Oh, he's a bit old in the sofa this week. He's not in our best books, to be fair. Midnight Oregon Trail, which is a black IPA version of Oregon Trail. Have you not tried that? Phenomenal. Then you've got my favourite beer. One of my favourite beers. West Coast, which is Oregon Trail, their West Coast IPA. If you like a West Coast IPA, get to Lucid Brewing. They're absolutely fantastic. You're going to see quite a little bit of repetition here. So this is Trust the Diagram from Elusive and Verdant. That's their West Coast IPA. Shit about it. Elusive Brewing, Jewel of Iron, West Coast Double IPA. Comes another one. You're all right. This is Brew York and Elusive, Oregon Eagle, West Coast IPA. This is the Lost Stars. So you're not going to believe this. It's West Coast IPA. Oh, they're falling everywhere now. It's all happening. Bear with me. Just showing you some more beer collection. This is Morris, man. It's not West Coast IPA. It's a double chocolate dry stout. This is phenomenal. You got Lebkuchen, which is a German cake thingy stout. Very, very nice. You've got Jet Set Radio, which is their white stout. White stouts are just a bit weird. But yeah, it's alright. Got Level Up, American Red Ale. Cracking. You pay some money for Lucid Brewing. Oh, I've got another one here. Yeah, what's this one? Game Over, West Coast IPA. Was that promote Bianca Road? But that's a collaboration with Bianca Road. That was really good as well. Got Pinball, which is their dark mild. You weren't expecting that, were you? Ooh. Oh, we've got two more. Two more from Elusive. Oh, fucking falling everywhere. This is Restless World West Coast Pale Ale. Give up now. They're all falling everywhere. But yeah, if you've not had it for Elusive Brewing, one of the most. They do a lot of West Coast IPAs, obviously, but they do a lot of other styles as well that are really, really good. I need to sort my Camel out because it's falling all over the bleeding place. Fat Dad on a Bike. What's your name, Fat Dad on a Bike? We've got a name. I can't keep calling you Fat Dad on a Bike. Oh, that would be FDOABBA. Tyneside, especially Newcastle, has some great micro pubs. No, I've never been out in Newcastle. Where have I? I went to see Newcastle away. Did I see Newcastle? Or was it Sunderland? That's probably sacrilege, isn't it? Getting them mixed up. Selection for tonight: Vice beer. Which one? Brewdog Hazy Jane. Hobgoblin Ruby Imperial. Nasty. Well, it's an eclectic mix. It's certainly a bit different. £4 for £6.50. The Vice beer, Chris Stevens. Interesting. I've really got into my Vice beers over about the last since just before Christmas, really. So about 7-8 months, I would say. I've really got into my Vice beer. So, what are you on? Have I had Hobgoblin Ruby? I can't remember. Currently having a 3 olive martini, Bond strength. It's been a week. David J, I know I was seeing. I saw some comment. I'd love to do a live stream with you. I know you say you've got really, really bad broadband. If you can sort that out, David, then I'd like to do a live stream with you at some point if you're up for it. Old Hooky, my mate Dean, would be he'd love you because he's from up that way. Belgian beer from Lidl. That's some Belgian beer. Is that the box? They've gone up in price. They were about £9.99 before, and they're up about 13 quid now, aren't they? They've really gone up. Freebie Scott. What the Elusive that I pay for everything, mate. I'm very fussy. I like to pay for the beer that I sit and talk about because that way I've got a duty to myself to be as honest as I would like. I've never walked into Elusive, bearing in mind how many cans have I got there? Sorry, let me have a look. There's another one somewhere. It's gone. It's legged it. Right. Anyway, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've 16, 17. I've got 17 cans from Elusive Brewing. And I've never felt the need once, ever, because I always pick them up. If I'm up that way, I'll go to their tap room and I'll walk in and buy them. And I've never once gone in there and said, A, do you know who I am? Why would they? And B, I've got a YouTube channel. I just don't see the need. I've got no ego. I've got no, I'm not on the scav for free stuff. If I want something, I'll pay for it. So I've been in there. I've spent £14.50 on 3 beers today. 2 for me, 1 for Wanda. And I think it's really important because I'll let So I'll let other people join the freebie wagon. I'll continue paying my own way. Hope you keep well, Benjamin. Cheers. Hope you're well. Hello, Jamie. How are you, mate? Hope you're keeping well out there. What's he up to? What's he eating? He's got the coat hanger again. Yes, on the Switch. It's been gathering dust for a while, but got it back out to have. Yeah, I bought the Switch. I bought a Switch to go to Disneyland on the train, so the kids could play on it, like Mario Kart and bits and pieces. And then, like you, it just sat in the drawer gathering dust, really, and never really got back into it. And then Leah started playing with it. She's deckled it out in pink, so it's not really for me anymore. But she likes it. She's got Animal Crossing and all the other bits and bats. So I would like to play the new Zelda game. What I do find about the games on the Switch, though, they are really expensive and they don't seem to come down in price. So you're still looking at 50, 60 quid. And I can't justify that anymore. If I was to pay 50, 60 quid for a game, then that's us not eating for a week. It's criminal to me. Hello, Alex. How are you? Raggy, all these people. Alex has got a channel. Raggy's got a channel. I've Had Worse has got a channel. Just go and give them some love. And if there's any moderators in, put their channels in the chatty bit, because I like to share things around. I'm very lucky. We've got almost 4,000 subscribers. Hello. She told you. We're very lucky that we've got almost 4,000 subscribers. If we could share that love about a little bit, then I like to do that. Sid Cannon, thank you so much. Anybody that supports the channel like Sid Cannon does, he gets a mega salute. Maybe keep well, mate. Yeah. Oh, send me an email, scottandwanda@yahoo.com. And I'm sure we can sort something out, mate. I'd like to do that. I've closed myself off a little bit to people joining the live streams for certain reasons, but I'm sure we can sort something out. Same with Alex at some point as well. No chips. No, I had to bake a sandwich one day. Very nice as well. So I had a conversation while I was at work yesterday. Wanda said, "What are we having for dinner?" She said something simple. I said beans on toast. That went to a bacon sandwich. I was driving home, hour and a half home, thinking I'm going to get a nice bacon sandwich, and she'd spoiled me with pesto potatoes and fish and some salad, and it was very, very nice. But I was a bit gutted about my bacon sandwich. So Wanda's made me my bacon sandwiches, and they were very, very nice. But sadly, there was no chips involved. Or was there chips last night? Can't remember. Is Wanda joining you tonight? Right. I don't think I've ever addressed this I've addressed it on a channel. I've not addressed it on this channel. At this moment in time, seeing a great deal of Wanda on Scott Wanda's World isn't going to happen. Am I allowed to say why? Is Wanda joining you tonight? Wanda hates all the stress that's caused by so much trouble has been caused on YouTube by certain people that Wanda doesn't want to know anymore. So that's why she's not involved quite so much. She just doesn't like the hassle. She doesn't like the stuff. So sadly, for the time being, no, and I think the channel loses a little bit. I always like to be quite honest with people. Some people don't like my honesty, which is why they make the digs they do. But yeah, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I could name 2 or 3 people, but I'm not going to bother. Mike, it's nice to meet you. Need to put your channel in my chat. Let me see if I can sort this out for you. YouTube. So because I'm doing it on my phone, that I'm a bit hamstrung. Normally I do it on my laptop mic, so it's what is Fat Dad on a Bike? Fat Dad on a Bike. See if I can find it. Fat Dad on a Bike. That says beige. Mountain bike. No, it's not him. Right, let's go into my own channel then. YouTube. Bear with me, I'm just going to share Mike's channel because I like doing things like that. Scott and Wanda. Mute. Right. I'll get the chat up. I'll see the chat. I should be able to link into it. Right. Fat Dad on a Bike. Right, hang on. Bear with me. Go to channel. Control C. Control V. So that's Fat Dad on a Bike Mike's channel. How many subs has he got? So Mike's got 54 subscribers. Let's get him up to 70. We could do that, can't we? That's 16. It's easy. Please sub to Mike's channel. Done. Right. There you go. Hopefully we can push you up a little bit, mate. Richard Neal, how are you, mate? Hi, happy Friday. How are you? Sampling a Magners. I don't mind a Magners in the sunshine. I will be completely honest. Not a very apple cider fan, but I don't mind a Magners. Especially in the sunshine. I also quite like a pear cider. I'm not a massive cider fan by any stretch of the imagination. Wanda likes this sweet flavoured ciders. I don't mind the odd one here and there, but they're generally not really for me. But yeah, all power to you, mate. Hope you enjoy them. Do you know what, David? I completely agree. People like stuff. People wandering around, looking at stuff, video and stuff. There's a massive audience for that. There's no audience in beer. People saying, "Oh, you want to be a YouTube millionaire?" If I wanted to be a YouTube millionaire, I wouldn't fucking talk about beer. I'd do something different. I do it because I like it. I like having an interaction with you guys. I like reviewing. I fucking hate that word. I like talking about beers, bits of food here and there. So, but I think there's a huge market for out and about videos, like myself doing chippy trips, because Mondo will bound to say at some point. Hello, Alex. How are you? Well, I had an excellent day. I went for a walk on this beautiful day. Whereabouts in the US are you, Alex? You probably told me before. I have a brain like an absolute sieve. It was destroyed by during my divorce. It just wiped everything out. So I've got a very short-term memory for a lot of stuff. But hope you're keeping well, mate. You can't beat a bacon. So, and Wanda introduced. How do we come about cheese, Wanda? Cheese on bacon sandwiches. How do we come about that? Always done it. So I'd never had cheese on a bacon sandwich until Wanda started making bacon sandwiches with cheese on.
Cheese and bacon pasta is nice.
Cheese and bacon pasta, but yeah. So putting cheese. If you've never had garlic sauce,
creme fraiche.
Yep. Yeah, just fantastic. So if you like a bacon sandwich but you've never had cheese on it, you're missing out. Good news that the Black Sheep Brewing has been saved by London. Has it really? I'm going to be completely honest. I've had a couple. I've had a few Black Sheep brewers, and there's something to do with Theakston's, aren't they? Is it like the brother from? Is it Theakston's? I'm sure. I'm not an oracle. I don't profess to be an expert, but I'm sure that's right. I've had a few Black Sheep beers, and I've never really been that impressed with them. Just my personal opinion, and it's not. What for whatever my opinion counts for is very little in this world, really. I think have we done 2 beers? I might have done 2 Black Sheep beers on the channel over the time, but saying that, wouldn't want to see any breweries go out of. Wouldn't see them go out of business because everyone's got a right to make a living how they want to do it. Sorry to hear that. That's the downside of YouTube, unfortunately. Yeah, do you know what? I don't want to get into any mudslinging. I can't. I'm done. I'm done with it all. Not everyone's the same. Not everyone, we've all got different opinions. It is what it is. Erdinger. Like Erdinger. Like a nice Weiss beer. Really got into my Weiss beers over the last, as I said, about 6-7 months. It's a style that I got a bit fed up of IPAs and double IPAs and triple IPAs and West Coast IPAs, and well, I never get bored of West Coast IPAs, but and all the hoppy East New England style and everything over Christmas when I wasn't very well. I started drinking a few more Weiss beers, Franciscana, Schneider Weiss, and those sort of things, and I've never really looked back. So when you can walk into Tesco's and get 4 for £6.50 and things like that, you're laughing really on a Franciscana. So yeah, Erdinger is okay. It's not my favourite one, but it's not the worst. Del Brennan, how are you? Evening, fella. Just loaded up a keg of beer Messina. What's that in? Is that in? You obviously got a beer machine. I've got 3. They're all up there, gathering dust. So what have I got? I've got I've got 3 or 4. I've got 3. I've got the PD. I haven't turned that on. I've got the Cups of Sub. I haven't turned that on, and I've got the original Pointer, which if I lose my hammer, it'll make a half decent hammer, but that's about all it was good for. I know there's been, we're on Pointer number 3 now. They lost me a little bit, sadly, with their what should I call it? Slightly lackluster customer service experience. Their system could have been really good, and I'm just not going to pay. I don't know how much it is now. Is it 100 quid, 150 quid? Don't know. The beers were never that great. I think a couple of. Did Barry get one? Did he get a Pointer 3? Good luck to him. Hello, Scott. How are you? Kev, Shark Home Brewing. How are you doing, mate? Hope your family's keeping well, buddy. It's a shame that Wanda has had enough, but I don't blame her. There's some proper bellends on YouTube. Well, you're looking at one of them, mate. You're looking at one. You're looking at one of them. Yeah, it is. I miss her dearly in the videos because I think the videos with Wanda in them always have something more about them. But I completely understand. It's not just that. There are other mitigating circumstances as well that are quite personal, but it's her life, you know. And people, I mean, I got accused by an absolute whopper of a man in the comments, hiding behind a fake name, of being under Wanda's thumb, and nothing. Me and Wanda have a very 50-50 relationship, and if she doesn't want to do something, I ain't going to force her. If I don't want to do something, she's not going to force me. We're very lucky like that. We don't take things personally. For someone that doesn't know us at all to make comments like that, and then portray her as a very jealous woman and things like that. It's just uncalled for. And those are the sort of comments, along with the quite the stuff that's aimed at me, but also sorry. Some horrific comments said as well, and Wanda doesn't enjoy it anymore. And okay, and it upsets her. Yeah, she's saying she's just speaking over there. And it upsets her as well. And she said to me the other day, she's got enough to deal with in her life. That why would she put herself through all the other shit as well that she doesn't need to. This at the end of the day, this was my hobby. It was not her hobby. It is what it is. So we might get her back for it every now and then. Where's the comments gone? Oh, fucking bloody thing. I don't like doing it on my phone. Madam Director sends much love to. It would be really nice to do a live with you, David. I watch your channel. I don't comment a lot. I don't comment a lot on anything anymore because I don't like fucking dog. It just brings unnecessary attention, you know, and it's not right on you guys. Good evening. We all know. Hope you apply sun cream. Sitting. Mark's all right. There was rumours that we'd fall out this week. Untrue. But there you go. That's YouTube for you. You can create your own drama. Make up what you want to make up. Backstabbing. But me and Mark are fine. Absolutely fine. But don't let that. Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Backstabbing. Wanda nodded. Have you tried HCC black pear cider? Was that 7.5% ABV? Jesus Christ! Most fruity ciders I want to drink are like between 4 and 5%. So the answer to that is no. HCC. I don't know what HCC. Hampshire County Council. That's what I'm thinking of. That's where I live. So no, I'll be interested in that. Ignoring that one. The bubble hasn't burst. What the bubble is doing, Mondo. What's your real name? You never told us. Is that bubble is expanding ever so slightly. There's air seeping into the bubble. What's happening is day by day, that little bubble is getting bigger. And at some point, when episode 5 of Chippy Drips actually hits, you might be surprised. New Jersey. I live in Scott. If that's New Jersey, mate. So that's not far. This is going to be really sad. So my knowledge of America comes from wrestling. I've always been a huge wrestling fan. I haven't watched it for a few years now. But New Jersey, certain cities, I have my brain ticks over to where wrestlers come from. So, and I know New Jersey was at WrestleMania 4 and WrestleMania 5 with from Trump Plaza. I'm drinking 10 pints of Carlin back to work. Jesus, 10 pints. Going to the pub, drink plenty of Guinness. What are your plans for the bank holiday weekend? I don't think we're going to do a great deal, mate. I think we've got quite a sunny little garden here. I think we're going to sit out in the sunshine. Try and keep Hugo out of trouble. And yeah, just enjoy some me and Wanda time, which is always very, very pleasant. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't think she does. Not always easy to find good pub Guinness. Don't drink. Hello, Clive. How are you? Don't drink a great deal of Guinness. If there's nothing, I think Guinness is a beer for me. If there's nothing else in the pub, that I fancy drinking, I will drink a Guinness, and that's probably I've got the old Nitro Surge. Where's that? The old Nitro Surge down here. Might make an appearance at some point again. It's charged up. It's ready to go. If the Ponderers are watching, he's probably having an epi fit now. Yeah, it's a safe beer for me. If there's nothing else to drink in the pub, then I'll have a look at a Guinness. But apart from that, I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it in the shop. See, up to now. But yeah, it's okay. My nan, hello. I've already said hello to you. We're getting another hello. No, you're a channel member. You get 2 hellos. My nan used to make me bacon and melted cheese covered in brown sauce on bread. Loved it, but so bacon gives me heartburn. I'm gonna be absolutely. I like brown sauce on a bacon, brown sauce or ketchup on a bacon sandwich. That's a question for you. I prefer bacon. I prefer brown sauce on a bacon sandwich. I used to like, or someone said mustard. I don't know if I've ever had mustard. That sounds really nice. I was drinking Barney's Not Milk Stout yesterday. Very nice on draft. Barney's. Is that the one that's up in? Is that the brewery up in Scotland? They released a stout down into Lidl a couple of years ago as part of one of their beer drops. Wanda really liked it. It was in a little pink bottle. Lovely. And sadly, he's never come back. So they brought some of the absolute rubbish back into the Lidl beer drops and never actually brought the Barney Stout back, which is sad, really. Oh, shit, I've got me beer. Anyway. Excuse, 2 seconds. Mop that up ever so slightly so the ants don't get it. What are you doing up there? I apologise about it. I appear to have spilled my drink all over myself. No, you get out, you'll be hammered. Here he is. Here you go. Come here. Come here. Here you go. Here. No, he's not bothered. Any other time he would do. Do you like the beer range at Morrison's? Depends which Morrison's you go to, John. We've got 2 Morrison's in Portsmouth. We've got one over here that is useless. Another one a couple of miles away. That's useless as well. We've got one up on the A3, which is about 8 miles away, which is fantastic. Tram, Transient. What other beers they got in there? Tram or Transient. They're probably the 2 best beers that I've had out of Morrison's, but Tram's an absolute cracker of a beer. So the beer range, if you a bit like Asda, I did that beer the video on the Asda beers the other week. I'm very lucky. The one that's just outside Portsmouth has got a huge range of beers. I've been to a fair few Asdas in Hampshire and Berkshire, and their selections aren't as great. So it's very hit and miss across the country what you can actually get hold of. Yeah, but if you can get a decent range in the Morrison's, they're very good. Like Tesco, but Tesco have really dialed back. They've dialed back their craft beer and beer ranging as a whole now, and I think their craft beer bubble has burst. The wife often wonders. The wife often wonders why, when I cycle, I lose no weight. I cycle between micro pubs. Calories in versus calories out. Calories are winning. when I did the it's up here, look. I did the Brighton Marathon. Let me show you my last name. You fucking stalk me. But I did the Brighton Marathon in 2000 and whatever the fucking hell it was. Oh, 2019. And whilst I was training for the marathon, I was drinking, not heavily, but I'd go for a run and then I'd replenish my calories with a couple of beers, shall we say. And I'd say to Wanda, look, I can't keep having a couple of beers after the run. You need to start hiding them. And then she'd hide them and I'd have a bit of a go at her. So I completely get where you're coming from. Obviously, right in Brighton, I ran run past a load of pubs and just wanted to stop and have a beer after most of them. Reference bank holiday, David, I've had worse. We reference bank holiday weekend down to South Wales for a beer. Reference Morrison's, not bad. Typical supermarket. I think it depends on the branch. I mean, I'm lucky that unlucky. I've got two Morrison's near me that are absolute shit. There's one not far away. I'd say it's about a 10-minute drive. That's really good. I've just opened a ghost ship for anybody that's bothered. And yeah, it depends on the branch itself. There's some really, really good beers in Morrison's. We've got a couple of new ones in. They've got the Sam Adams one. The Sam Adams? I can't fucking remember. And they've got that. What did I pick up? Oh, that absolute shit. What was that? Down here. Down here. Hang on. This bucket of crap. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful, that is. If you see that, don't pick it up. Don't waste your money. It's not worth it. Where did I pick that up from? Is that bad? I can't even remember. But I'm sure that was Morrison's. It was awful. Comments gone. Doing better. Oh, right, Shark. Kev, doing better now. We were all really sick for a couple of weeks. So, hope you know what? Much love to you, mate. Always nice to hear from you. Gower Gold. Alex, how are you? Hey Scott, it was nice talking to you, my friend. Hope you have a nice rest of the day. I'll talk to you soon. Alex, we'll sort something out, mate. Hello. You alright? Marcus, how are you, mate? After asking about hole in the wall and Four Acre, my latest wonder is, have you eaten the barbecue at the King Street Tavern in Portsmouth? No. Hole in the Wall is a nice pub. Haven't been there it's a pub I don't go to a great deal. Don't know why, because they have a fair selection of bits and bats. I need to put them on my Untapped, really, so they can flag up the stuff they've got. Fallen Acorn, very, very sad about Fallen Acorn. Absolutely cracking brewery, and was very, very sad to see them go, Mark. King Street Tavern. I don't know if I've ever been in the King Street Tavern. almost 48 years old, and I don't remember going in the King Street Tavern. I may have. Have you had one, and was it nice? Sneaker Beater. I've always enjoyed this channel for the honesty. I've turned away from one. Don't turn away from anybody. Do you know what? That's not. Look, okay. I'm going to be very honest. I like to be honest. Have I spoken openly about people? Yes, I have. Have I ever actively encouraged people to unsubscribe or not watch? No, I haven't, because I think you guys, when people talk about a beer community and all that bits and pieces, we're not a beer community. The people that sit and talk to you guys are the beer community. That you allow us to come on and you then we're the facilitators, if you like. So, and a lot of you people have got to know each other. So I would never advocate anybody not watching somebody, because I don't think that's right. And I'll get. Let me go through your comment. I've always enjoyed this channel for the honesty. I have turned away from one particular reviewer. Always could tell he was dishonest. A couple of sips and it would be, I could tell was right. Okay, so I'm guessing that's Simon. I would not turn away from that either. Everybody has the right to watch what they want. If you think he's being dishonest, that's your completely up to you. I would never advocate walking away from somebody. That's just my opinion. I could go into a whole load of stuff. I don't really want to. I thank you for your very nice comment. It is appreciated. I try and be honest. At the end of the day, I'm just me, and sometimes me gets me into trouble. But thank you. I appreciate your comment. In fact, Mike, your USA geography knowledge is based on where wrestlers came from. Correct. Did you mean wrestlers in how dare you? Sport, or wrestlers as in the burglars that get reviewed by experts from Wales? I've always liked American wrestling. I've liked wrestling as a whole since I was 12, 13 years old. I've drifted away a little bit over the last probably 5, 6, 7 years, but my knowledge of America comes from, someone says like Stone Mountain, Georgia would be Jake the Snake Roberts. Cobb County would be Big Boss Man. Venice Beach was Sting or Hulk Hogan. Parts unknown, but there's no such place. The Ultimate Warrior. I could go on. Like, it's just that's just how I see things. So I see something pop up. Randy Savage, I've just seen Marquez. So Sarasota, Florida, for Randy Savage. Sid Justice was West Memphis, Arkansas. Just Austin Vicious. Just useless fountain of wrestler fake, where they've come from knowledge, and it's always been ingrained in my head. Chicago, Illinois, the Road Warriors, or the Legion of Doom. I could go on for hours. So yeah, and is it a sport? I like to think it's a sport. That's what. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying. I've started saying I'm not a beer reviewer. I'm a fat man that sits in the shed talking about the beer he's drinking. Who am I? I'm not. Do you know what? We went to a brewery tour and a tasting session last week at 5 Points Brewery, and the nice lady that took us round and we did the tasting session with, she's a beer cicerone, so like the equivalent of a whatever the wine thing's called. So she is a proper beer expert, so she can tell you about a beer. I can't. I could tell you if I like the beer. I think I could put a flavour or two and an aroma or two. I'm not going to say, oh, there's fucking lychee in it or apricot or stuff like that, when I've never had these things. I can tell you what I think I get, and that's about it. And I'll just be honest, on me, and I said a little bit earlier, me gets me into trouble sometimes. I understand that. I understand I'm Marmite. I understand that certain people can't stand me. I don't care, and I understand that there is an aspect out there that quite like the don't give a shit attitude. I don't care. I swear on my channel. A lot of people don't like the swearing on beer reviews. There are beer reviewers out. I got castigated from and shoved off channels because I swore, because they don't like bringing it to their channels. I could go on and on. I'm just me. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you do like me, I do care, because I think that's nice. And everyone likes. There is a little bit of you that likes to be liked a little bit. So Sneaker Beater, thank you ever so much. I do appreciate it, and I know who we're probably talking about. I'm done a little bit of getting into argy-bargy with him. It doesn't get anybody anywhere. He's got his bit. Someone left a nice comment, and I said, "Why can't we coexist?" He's going to have a bigger channel than I'll ever have. Fair play to him. I'm not trying to be him. I'm not trying to be anybody. I'm just me. Yeah, if you're watching, Mark. Sorry, I'm just going to mute my mic, so I've got to clear my nose. And nobody wants to hear that. Yeah, if you're watching, Mark, I hope you're doing all right. There was some to and fro about a video he put out, and people thought I got the hump about it. I didn't. I didn't, and I didn't ask him to take it down. I didn't ask him to do anything. I had a question for him, and we had a little bit of a fallout over it. I'm not going to deny that, because as I said, I'm honest. But I think we both took away some stuff privately, because I like to do things private. I don't have to wear my dirty laundry in a public fashion. But me and Mark are good friends, and there's no problem. So if you're watching, Mark, and if you're not, you watch this back. And he sent me some beers. He did send me some beers. He sent me a picture of some beers that he picked up from Lidl yesterday in Scotland, saying they had a beer festival out in Scotland, and did they have them down south? So I went and had a look. They hadn't had any. So I said, do a video about them, because people like that sort of stuff. People like to see what you've picked up. So hope you keep them well, Mark. And he's got a new video about the GB News on Monday. I'm actually looking forward to that. I've seen some GB News. I don't watch any news in particular, because I think they're all bullshitting bastards. But yeah, watch that. Go and watch it. Always worth. But don't subscribe to him, because he doesn't like it very much. Right, just go have a sip of my beer. I'm on the ghost ship now. When I was a baby, I've seen enough perhaps eat this bit. You used to have bacon dip sandwiches. What the fuck is a bacon dip sandwiches? Bread dipped in the fat, no bacon that was for worker, and a dab of Tommy sauce. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Anyway, I've pushed the wrong button. Anyway, apologising. When I was, yeah, that sounds lovely. Evening, Scott. I'm glad I'm off. Chris M. I do apologise. I was explaining this a little bit earlier. So I was doing a little bit of channel admin, which I don't know a great deal of in the great scheme of things, and I was going through the blocked. So within YouTube, if anyone's going to be an arsehole, you can just block them or hide them. And for whatever reason, I'm going through, and I saw your name and another guy I really like called Sam Smalley, and I'm like, how they got in the bloody list? So I didn't know. I've gone through my moderators, and I've taken. If anybody's watching that were moderators, don't take offence to it. I've just removed virtually everybody, and I'll get back to it at some point. Because obviously, someone's pushed a button at some point that have hidden people for whatever reason, and I don't want that. Genuinely don't want that happening, because you're a nice guy. Sam Small is a nice guy. The people that are in the hidden and deleted blocked part of YouTube are there for a reason. So I was a bit confused by it. So I do apologise, mate, and welcome back to the mental asylum. Barry Hodges, how are you, mate? I've not been to the Hole in the Wall for 12 years now. King Street Tavern is okay, as well as their other bar opposite the Scott. Right, okay, I do know now. I've not been in the King Street Tavern, but I have been in the Scott's Bar and Keller, which is now run. Is that now run by Tim, isn't it, from Fallen Acorn? Barry, we'll have to catch up soon when I've got some money. Wish, whoa, you allowed me to unsubscribe if you hadn't done the. You could do it. Do you know what? If you want to, I don't care about subscribers. I'm going to be completely honest. It's always I say subscribe and all that. It's entirely up to you. It doesn't matter. It's not. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't. You know, we're very lucky. I think we're almost at 4,000. I never thought we got 4. 4,000. Don't let the next chippy trip by, but hanging on to. I'm gonna have it done next week. I probably won't, to be fair. Alan Mead, how are you, buddy? Another huge supporter of our channel. Thank you ever so much, mate. Really, really appreciate it. My favourite wrestler as a kid was Randy Savage. The coolest voice in wrestling by an absolute mile was Randy Savage. Also, probably one of the most paranoid. If you like wrestling, I don't know if any of you guys are still into wrestling. I listen to a podcast called the Lapsed Fan on. It's going to be on all the podcast things like Spotify and Apple. But the Lapsed Fan, they go back and take a look at old events and break them down, and it's phenomenal. It's hilarious. When I'm driving along, it's like they're like 3-4 hour longs, these podcasts, and just absolutely love it. Alan Mead said The Undertaker was his. Certainly the best character wrestler ever. Mark Calloway, just fantastic. Built a career from out of nothing with that, really. Brilliant. Baby Brett, how are you, mate? Currently live from Spain. Look at you. I actually went on Brett's live last week. First time I spoke to Brett on the phone a couple of times, but actually first time speaking to him on a live stream. What a lovely guy. If you don't support Beardy Beer Reviews, go over and give him some love. He's a lovely, lovely guy, is Brett. Love you, my pearler to he's pissed. Well, jealous of you in the sun. We're off on a holiday very soon for a few days. Not telling you where you come and fucking or when, because you come and stab me. Thank you ever so much, Alan. I'm just me. I don't profess to be anything else. To be fair, I'm not for everybody. I'm not even for the wife. Some days she hates me. But you guys have been very kind to us over the last few years, and I've always appreciated that. So thank you ever so much. Barry. Oh, Jesus Christ. The times we walk into the brewer's tap, and if we'll go down for one, and if Barry's in there, we're in trouble because he's 3 sheets to the wind already, and then it's carnage after that. So love you, mate. Always a pleasure to have a beer with you. I'm on the Moretti this evening. Got a great deal for 12 bottles in the local. I don't mind Moretti. I'll be completely honest, Alan. It's not a beer that I turn my nose up. It's easy drinking. It's not bad. There are worse beers out there than Moretti. So if you've got a decent deal on that, then why aren't you going to take it up? Ali up, how are you? Home bargain today. Camden's Unfussy Unfiltered Lager. So I have seen Unfussy. I think I've seen it. That was in Waitrose as well at one point. I've seen Unfussy about. I don't mind Camden. I know they're owned by everybody's mortal enemy, AB and Bev. But I think they're all right. They've never dicked around with Camden Hells, which is a cracking lager, and it seems to me that AB and Bev have largely left Camden alone to just get on and do what they want to do. And full respect to them, I think it's right. I'll have to pick Unfussy up at some point. I have heard it's good beer. I did see who did it. Was it the beer hooligan? I don't like talking about the man, but I'm sure he did it at some point, and I can't remember what he said about it, but probably said it all really. It's a technique, isn't it? It's a life skill, Jack. Actually, bastard. Yeah, the best comment Jack's ever. And he's left a few on a few live streams, but when it wasn't last Christmas, it was Christmas before, where me and Wanda did a live stream and Leah was with us, and I was looking through my CD collection, and he called me Grandad. Grandad, have you heard of something called Spotify? And it's always stuck with me. Very, very. Jack is a lovely, and another guy that's been, and Barry, been very kind to our channel. So thank you guys ever so much. We do really appreciate it, and it doesn't get said enough, really. But yeah, absolutely. I'm running very low on beer tokens till I get paid on Tuesday or Wednesday. But yeah, so we won't be out this weekend. Next weekend, Sunday, we're busy. Wanda's got tickets to go see Disney 100. The following weekend, I can't tell you where we're going, but there will be a video about it. But it should be pretty special. And then I think we're free for the rest of the month. Oh, mate, don't. Do you know what? It drives me mad. I'm going to be very honest about the monetization of the channel. When you are a monetized channel, so this is absolutely true. When you're a monetized channel, you can go about monetization in a whole way of things. Okay, so if I upload a video, you've got a bog standard setting of skippable videos, non-skippable videos, skippable videos, non-skippable videos. Did you want one at the pre-roll, one at the mid? Did you want a middle one and one at the end? I don't do any of that. Literally, I always put non-skippable video, and if there's going to be one, it'll be at the beginning. YouTube, for whatever reason they've done, they completely ignore that, and they put in what they want, because then they can take their cut of the money. It's their platform, that's entirely their choice. But as a channel that doesn't want to completely pepper you guys with adverts every now and then, I just want one at the beginning, and skippable, so you get, is it 5 seconds, 6 seconds, then you get a chance to skip it. That's what I want. I put that in, and then it just goes, oh, fuck that, and it puts in whatever it wants. And I think that's really, really off. So the fact that I have never known so many adverts in a live stream. So the answer to that is no. If there are that many adverts, mate, I can't do anything more than apologise. I'm really sorry, because that's not something I've changed. I drove 70 miles for fish and chips, but and when I set up a live stream, so just to go back to that conversation ever so slightly, if I set up a live stream on StreamYard, I then have to go into YouTube to monetize it, and I don't do anything differently. There's nothing different to a live stream than is to a normal video. So I don't get it, mate. If it's that bad, I'm really sorry. I can't apologise enough. Christian, I drove 70 miles for fish and chips, but they were worth it. £16.50 for the biggest fish and chips ever. Murgatroyd's in Yeadon, Yorkshire. Worth calling if you're near. Well, I won't be, but that sounds. Is that where? I don't really know where you're from, Chris. To be fair, I'm guessing 70 miles from this chip shop. I do like fish and chips, but the trouble is, fish and chips have got really expensive, haven't they? You'll have to come down. We would love to, mate. So the next 2 weekends we're quite busy. Next week we're in London for Wanda's Disney thing. The weekend after that, I'm going to die. So we're busy all that weekend, and then the weekend. I think we're fairly clear for the weekend after. So I'll give you a message. I'll WhatsApp you, mate. What do you think of Madry? Depends if the Blue Van Man's watching or not. Madry's all right. It's inoffensive. It's a lot better than a lot of the other shit masquerading as lager out there. At least it's got a little bit of taste to it. It's not my favourite beer. Have I picked it up on the occasion? Yes, I have. Very rarely. I know Dave picks it up quite a lot, the Blue Van Man, and as he does with Guinness. Guinness and port he seems to be on at the moment quite a lot. But it's all right. Yeah, it's not bad. You obviously like it, mate, so absolutely fine. David, Madry had one of the most successful marketing campaigns ever. I don't disagree. Why have I not put that up? Madry had one of his most successful marketing campaigns ever. 1 minute nowhere. Absolutely spot on. Marketed it as a Spanish lager brewed on Burton-upon-Trent. It like it or loathe it, it did its job. It came from fucking nowhere. Everybody was on it, and it's okay. It's okay. It's not the worst beer out there. I noticed that, yeah, it literally seemed to blow up so much. So yeah, it came from fucking nowhere, didn't it? It was absolutely fantastic. It came. I can't. Who did I first see? Look at it. I can't remember. I can't remember where I first saw Madry. Because it just looks like either Tyson Fury or Conor McGregor. Have you seen Conor McGregor? Anybody in the chat that, well, we got 27 people watching. Thank you so much, and we all keep him well. Has anybody seen how bad Conor McGregor looks? There was I think True Georgie did a video. Dave sent it to me last night or the night before on how bad Conor McGregor is looking at the moment. Unbelievable. I went to the Brewers Tap last night, nipped to the Mexican takeout opposite. That is called... What's it called? What's it called? It's called... I can't remember. Yeah. Mark, if you're here at all, just message scottandwanda at yahoo.com. I don't know if you live locally or not. Always come and meet up with me, mate. Brewers Tap is the place we go to the most. Really, really like the Brewers Tap. Always got something in the fridge for Wanda. We were there. Was it Wednesday night? Wednesday night. So yeah, just message us, scottandwanda at yahoo.com, and quite happy to come down and meet you for a beer if you're around. But yeah, love the Brewers Tap. It's probably our favourite place to go in Pompey. It's one of the more well balanced. I don't disagree with that, Adam. It's not a tasteless swill like Foster's and Carlin and Carlsberg and all the other shit. I'm not a massive fan of Stella myself, so yeah, it does its job. Yeah, I'm I think the first time we came across you was on the 12-hour live stream where we raised the money for Great Ormond Street, and you came on wanting to be a moderator, and you were a moderator for Spice and Easy, and then you bought the t-shirt and gave it back to us, and you've always been good fun, Jack, and I respect people that can have a bit of fun with. You're a very family man as well, so hope your girls are keeping well. The respect is very much a two-way street, so yeah, some of the comments have been brilliant over the years. Not busy, mate, got no money. No money. I've blown my money at Elusive today. I don't get paid till Wednesday. I'm salaried, so it's a monthly thing. Got very little money left. Just get YouTube, you tight asses. Problem solved. What the premium? I don't think I've ever. What's the benefits of premium? Is it like £14 a month premium? I don't really know what the best. I don't know what it gets you. I'll watch a video. I don't even if I want to review my own video. I go in. If it's got an advert, I'll come out. I'm not interested, and it doesn't add to views. So in out until it fucking gets rid of the advert, because I'm not interested in watching your own adverts. So I'm assuming it gets rid of adverts. But what I like to, once I've uploaded, I just want to make sure it looks all right before it goes out. Not vain or anything like that. So yeah, I've never understood what what you get from YouTube Premium. What do you think is the best Star Wars actor? Who plays their role the best in their particular series? Okay, that's a good question. Love Star Wars. For me, I've got two, actually. I've got two. I like Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think I didn't like him to begin with, and I think he grew into the part. And then I actually really liked him in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. But I liked him through the whole of the Kenobi series. I know Kenobi series got really trashed. I quite liked it, and I thought he did a good job. The other actor I've loved, two actors I've loved. I don't know their I know their names, and I'm not particularly up on their characters. One was Andy Serkis in Andor, when he played the guy that was No Way Out, and he was the leader of the guys making the stuff. I think his character was superb. But I also liked Andor himself. I think he played a really, 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 I don't know his name either, but he played a phenomenal character in that. So I think some of the lesser known characters have played some really, really good, really good. Thank you, Barry. I've just seen your message. Thank you very much. I have to speak to Wanda. Yeah, I like some of the background characters. I think they've been phenomenal, and a couple of the Star Wars series. I quite like Pedro Pascal, but I do understand that he's not always been in The Mandalorian. I do like Giancarlo Esposito as Moff Gideon in the Mandalorian series as well. There's been a whole range of really, really good characters and actors that have, and actually we did it again. There's been some really good actors. When we went to Star Wars Celebration, got to see some really good. Got to see Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian, Andy Serkis as well. It was a phenomenal day. So yeah, just a massive lover of Star Wars. Witness the Garden of Eden. That's where you're from. He's off his nut, mate. Dave sent me a video of the True Geordie ripping apart Conor McGregor, and I always quite like Conor McGregor, to be fair, but he just looks a mess. He's put a load of weight on. He looked off his head, and I don't want to get into any trouble. Probably start suing me. Anyone ever been to this bar in Dublin? The food is amazing. Oh, what, to Conor McGregor's bar? I do apologise. I've never been to Ireland. It's a place I'd love to go. For one reason or another, never made it over there. Maybe next year. We've got plans in the summer that we're going. Wanda doesn't like flying, so we've had to go somewhere where we don't have to fly. So we had part 1 of our honeymoon, and then we've got part 2 coming up in the summer. I'm very excited to be going where we're going in the summer. I've never been. She's never been. We're going for 3 days, 4 nights, something like that. We're going this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So 3 days, 4 nights. expect some videos. It won't be anything live or anything like that, but really looking forward to it. Where did fuck off Jack come from? Wasn't that Lou? Chris and Lou. Hello, Chris. Hope you're keeping well, mate. But I'm sure that's where that came from. Someone thought they were having a pop at them, and she told them to fuck off or something. I can't remember. Barry Hodges. Where did fuck off Jack Howard come from? There was a live stream, and someone thought someone was saying Jack was saying something bad, and I'm sure Lou came and set in and went "F off, Jack," and that's where it came from. I think. You're not playing Fortnite. All right. Popped into the Brewers earlier. Tiny 250 milliliter tins of what the fudge? Brew by Numbers and Northern Monk collab. Took a couple of cans home. Drinking one now. The Brewers Tap rules. We love the Brewers Tap. It's oh, bloody hell, that wind's picked up. Yeah, we love the Brewers Tap. It's as Mark says, and you say, I say, Wanda says, and plenty of other people say, it's a really it's a really friendly. We popped in Wednesday. I can't remember. Last week, I can't remember. But yeah, or Tuesday. It's just lovely. Haven't tried his four. Has he actually got his own range of beer? I didn't know that. He just looks like a mess. Okay, Grandad, I'll explain YouTube Premium. No ads. That's it. Well, as long as you've condensed it down for me, Jack, that's all I need, mate. Thanks. Can you make it a bit simpler? Because I'm not getting it. So kind of you, Scott. Thank you. I live in London, but sometimes pop down to Portsmouth for work. I love my visits. Say we've got a email address, scottandwanda@yahoo.com. If you're ever here and you want to meet up, then we will more than welcome to come and meet up with you, mate. YouTube Premium is worth £12. The ads done by mate. You know, I'll get it, and obviously, I think it was in Mondo said earlier that this live's peppered with ads. I've not changed anything. And actually, what happens with my live streams is generally they get demonetized, so I don't make anything of them. So something's obviously changed. I don't know what it is. €15.99 €15.99 here in Ireland. Well worth it. Ads drive me mad. And the other thing with and there are certain channels, I'm not going to name who they are, but they put so you can go in and you can manually enter where you want an advert to happen. So, like, if I was to say, right, this is the beer. I'm just going to take and then when they take a swell, they can insert a advert then. And I do know that it's blatant to see certain channels do that. I'm not into that. I like to put a non-skippable ad at the front. For some reason, YouTube tend to ignore that, and they'll put a skippable ad at the front, not a non-skippable ad, and then they'll put non-skippable ads in when I've asked that not to happen. It's mental. So just because you paid YouTube rather than watch ads, each their own, I suppose. I've never thought of buying YouTube Premium. I pay for if you watch it, and to be fair, I should do because I watch enough of it. I watch fucking loads of it. Not beer. I watch Marvel chat. I watch Star Wars channels. I watch audit channels, and people are they do these audit things, audit channels. I watch what else is on maybe I should do a video. Anybody interested in the channels I watch, I'll do a video on it. YouTube gets paid from advertisers for people watching ads or people paying premium to not watch ads. So there is a breakdown. There's a breakdown within YouTube Studio, which is something that a YouTube content creator will has access to, that can break down into their channel. I'm not that fucking bothered by it, but you can see what ads are paying and how much YouTube Premium is paying for you as well. Chris M. Curry's here. Time to go. Chris M, thank you ever so much for my minor blip. I do apologise, mate. It's nice to see you on the live stream. So I hope you have a lovely weekend. Love to the family. Have a great weekend. Jack Howard, I'm a mug. I've got every subscription under the fucking sun. I think we're the same. I pay for we share stuff. So I pay for Disney Plus, and then let the girls have access to that so they can have their own accounts. Chantel pays for Netflix, and then we get one of her accounts. I've got an Amazon Prime account. I can't remember the last Amazon Prime program I watched. What else have we got? That's it. Is it? I don't know. That's it. My mate Paul, I spoke to him a few weeks ago. He was on about what's the other one? Paramount Plus. Not interested. I don't watch enough on Prime to have another subscription service. And the trouble is now, you got to have all these bloody things to watch the things you want to watch. Hello, mate. How are you? Where you going? What are you doing? Bloody dog. So yeah, but yeah, we've finished watching. We watched loads of stuff. We watched the Boston bombings. Oh, okay. 9 o'clock. I'm going to give it 10 minutes. I'm going home. I'm going to give it 5 minutes. I might stop now. I think we'll cut it now. What's it? We've done almost an hour and a half. That's absolutely fine with me. I'm going to cut this stream dead. I'm going to spend some time with my lovely, lovely wife, who's been very patient and allowed me to do this evening. Thank you ever so much for everybody that's that popped. £7.99 came out for Now TV. What the fuck is Now TV? We had Now TV once. I've never used it really. I got Sky back. I spend £40 a month on Sky. I don't watch anything really. I watch MasterChef. That's it really. I watch YouTube on my PC and use Unblock Origin to block all ads. If I didn't block ads, I would watch YouTube. I can't stand ads, Sid, so I completely get that. So yeah, right. I'm gonna pop off. Thank you ever so much for joining me. Absolute pleasure. Nice, friendly chat as normal. We don't get too many knobheads on here. Mainly just this one here. Video out tomorrow on Nimrod. Give it a watch because it is worth it. Have a great weekend. It's bank holiday weekend, so don't drink too much. Stay safe. Look after each other. And me and want to see you very soon.